evening. Umad Lamilo, and this is Doek Diaries. I feel like tonight's video might just be one of the most or the most important messages I'll ever share in my life. And that's from a number of places. I get a feeling that it might be a little longer than some of the others, but of all my true fans, it will be worth listening to. And it's an idea that came to me in the most strangest way. Um, for those who follow me closely, you will know that I recently started gym and opened my own fashion label. So those two facts are quite important for this video. One, because the top I'm wearing, I actually bought for 30 bob, and that's 30 shillings. In South African rands, that's like $5. Yes, it is. And I think I don't look too shabby in it, quite honestly. But it links to something even more important, which is the reason why I started my fashion label. And it goes to a very deep story in my life where a friend of mine passed away in 2011. Her name was Lindiwe. I'm Lindiwe. So one of the things about Lindiwe, she said she wanted to dress women so that she can bless them with some courage. When you walk into a room and you don't feel like, am I smart enough? Am I strong enough? Can I do this? The right outfit can actually make a difference. So whilst I'm wearing a 30 bob top, I dressed up with some beadwork that I got in Durban on one of my last trips this year, and it got me thinking, as women in life, there's a lot of things that chip away at your courage. Could be people saying, you're a little too bright, you're a little too out there, you're a little too loud, you're a little too smart. And I sit with myself with a lot of those insecurities a lot of the time because quite honestly, I am a too much kind of woman at times. And it's something, I'm 31 years old. It's something that I've known since I was, firstly when I was 5, dealt with it during my teens, in my 20s, so now it's something that I celebrate. So what? Oh, 30 bob top, okay. So you're going to judge me on that or on the merits of what I have to offer. It's really up to you. But there's nothing to be apologetic for in that space. Now I'm getting to the point. I recently, I would call it an out-of-body experience. Had an out-of-body experience where there was something along the lines of my going to gym. I've really been dealing with a lot of things in an intense way, and one of them was during my out-of-body experiences, the lesson that there's actually multiple levels of existence. Now, a lot of people in my life go to books for these things, and they read, and according to Socrates or according to some philosopher or some theologian or some spiritual guru, this is the way things should be. And I'm like, cool, that's nice. But for me in my world, sometimes these things just come to me. So maybe there's a theologian or some deep person somewhere who had similar thoughts, but for me this is just what I experienced during my own out-of-body experience. And it was there's multiple layers of existence. And the first level is the level where we fight. So I can fight you, you call me this, I call you that, you're this, I'm that, you call my weaknesses, I call your flaws, and that's level 1. And we do that a lot. But then we get to the next level, which is level 2. And in level 2, we dance. So you throw this my way, I swing one way, and I throw something your way, and you swing another way. And you can also exist in life with people in the space where we dance. And I love dancing. And one of the things about the space of dancing is you don't take things personally. If someone throws something your way, it doesn't have to be because they're fighting. It could be, how do you swerve to deal with it? How do you pick it up as the impact hits your chest, how do you deal with it? But when you're dancing, you're a lot more confident about who you are in this whole space of life. And I enjoyed the idea of the space of dancing because I love dancing. And I remember when I was in Zanzibar in 2011, was it? I learned capoeira. I went to like far, far away from the city in Kenya, and I made this friend, and he taught me capoeira. And capoeira is actually a martial arts that is based on dancing. So we're fighting, but we're not Muhammad Ali or baby jakes about it, but we're dancing. So you take each punch with a flair, and you throw a punch with a flair. That's level 2. And then you get to level 3. Now we're getting interesting. Because in level 3, we are air. You can't fight air. On a good day, air will brush against your skin and give you goosebumps. On a bad day, air will cause tornadoes. But at every level, you meet people in different ways, and you see that this person is at a fighting level. So with them, you said, she said, I do, you don't. And you see the people of dancing level. Those are the people we usually call out clever, where you're just like, I'm gonna smile, I'm gonna laugh, but actually I'm gonna throw a punch and see how you take it. But at the level where people are air, you don't know where I am at a certain point in time. And there's something magical about that. And then we get to what qualifies you for the last level. It's not a level on its own, so it's like 3.5. And that's where a lot of magic happens. It could be spiritual, physical, emotional, intellectual. There's a whole lot of things that happen at 3.5, but people who have excelled or survived 3.5 are the ones who make it to the 4th level. And that's the level where we are stars. And when we are stars, I'm quoting one of my favorite movies, Sarafina, where she says, stars don't do, stars just be. And I remember having multiple conversations with a good friend of mine from back home this year about level 4. And I thought I was going to write a book about this, but this year I'm not writing books necessarily. I'm doing different things and actually letting the creative energy express itself through me in different ways, which is part of the vlog, the fashion, the creative industry, and all of that. And oh man, did I just lose my train of thought about stars don't do, stars just be. So when you're at that level of being, you don't make your life a question mark, you make your life an exclamation mark. That's deep. That could be a book, it could be a chapter in a book, it could be a whole series of videos. Don't make your life a question mark, make your life an exclamation mark. What do I mean by that? When you make your life a question mark, you're saying, am I pretty? Am I good at doing videos on YouTube? Am I smart? Am I a good mother? Throughout all of that, your life is a question mark with you pausing, nervous, scared in the background, saying, based on what they think, I will be validated. But every once in a while in life, some people, and I won't claim to be there yet, some people have been through the levels of, okay, I fight for my space, or I dance for my space, or I am air, or I've gone through the big challenges that life brings you. But by the time you get to being a star, your life it cannot be a question mark. Your life is an exclamation mark. And an exclamation mark says, I'm not asking if I am, I'm telling you I am. And I saw, it was one of these inspirational pictures which I love. I follow a lot of those pages that do that kind of thing, where they spoke about your life mustn't be questioning, but it must be confirming. So when your life is an exclamation mark, you're not asking, am I beautiful, am I this? And you actually don't need to, because some of those things are very level 1. So what? Someone did this thing better than me, fine. Or even level 2, we danced, I won, I lost, it's fine. But when you, within yourself and within your own spirit, you can be wearing a 30 bob shirt and say, I've got a voice, I've got something to say to the world. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I need the likes today, or I need the validation from people saying, you're special, you're so pretty in videos. No, that was never the point. The point, to some extent, is the journey I've gone through, where I fought and won. I've danced and won. I've been in and survived and been tested at 3.5 and lived through it. So by the time I am awarded as a star, there is a hierarchy of excellence that I've built up. And where I stand, I'm saying, oh, you like what I say, but you don't like how I dress. Good for you. Stars don't do, stars just be. You like the way I look, but you don't like how crazy or weird or funny I am at times. Good for you. Stars don't do, stars just be. You like that I twang and I speak good English, but some of my other habits you're not feeling. That's kind of not my problem. Because, and I feel this with a lot of my peers, where we're like, guys, we've been out of school for almost a decade and a half now. We've been through a lot in that time. We've done a lot of growing, a lot of being, and a lot of being tested. So you cannot always go externally for validation. And that's where the, is my life a question mark or is it an exclamation mark comes in. Some days you need to say, I know my journey. Oh, and I just remembered another point. When I came to Kenya, we went out with some friends to Olepolos, which is like out of town, but it's not too far. And there was this song playing on our way back, actually, called Ask My Shoe. And Betty, one of the ladies we were traveling with, was explaining to us the Swahili parts. And I was like, of all the things about the song, the best part is the title, Ask My Shoe. If you were to ask my shoe where it has been, you would be blown away. And at times, you need to go back there and ask your shoe, do you remember where we've been? Do you remember the battles we've fought? Do you remember how far we've come? And when we get to where we are today, it cannot be question marks today. They have to be exclamation marks, because you cannot question me without asking my shoe. As I said, message will be long. This just might be the most important message I'll ever post in my life on this particular vlog. But yeah, give it some thought and ask your shoe, because you've come a long way. You might let me know in my 30 bob top. And this is Doek Diaries.